Maintenance Man here with another DIY car camera mount. We showed you how to make this little baby suction cup. Now we're moving on to the big leagues. The 8-inch and the 10-inch suction cups. You've probably seen these online for between $300 and $900. I'm going to show you how to build it for under 50 bucks. So we only need a few things besides our beer to get this project done. A suction cup that we bought on Amazon for 20 bucks. Some spacers that we cut from a tube, also on Amazon for about $15. 4 bolts at about $4, and a plate that we bought on eBay for $20. So these suction cups are available on Amazon for about $20 each. We got this for, I think, $16, and the 10-inch cups for $19.99. These are made for material handling, so you put it down on something and pump it up, and this will lift sheets of glass, granite, whatever you need, and then there's a release. These are made for material handling and not for car mounts, but the companies have adapted them for car mounts, and that's what we're going to do. Next thing we need is some tubing. We got this on Amazon. It is 8mm inside and 15mm outside. We cut it into 4 3.5-inch pieces. This comes in 12-inch pieces. We ended up needing 2 of them to get 4 3.5-inch pieces, plus we had extra. You can also use this, which is 15mm rail that you might have on a rig, you're rigging for your camera. If you have extra tubing like that, you can just cut that into 3.5 inches. Both will work. The plate we bought on eBay for $20, and I'm going to show you how to lay out the plate, drill some holes, and put it all together. So we know the plate is an 8. We bought an 8-inch plate, which is ideal. As you can see it over the top of this one and over the top of the 10-inch. It's the perfect size. We did buy a 10-inch plate. The 10-inch plate was way too big. This one we actually put a Mitchell mount over the top of a 10-inch cup, so that one doesn't use the plate. We need to find the center. We know that it's 8 inches, so the center is at 4 inches. I'm going to set my caliper at 4 inches, and then from different points on the outside, I'm going to just swing an arc. And where all those arcs meet, right there is the center. So you can do the same thing with a fancy compass with a little pencil on it. You can buy a cheap compass for about $3 on Amazon, and you do the same thing. Put it on the end, swing the arc, put it in a different place, swing the arc, put it in a different place, swing the arc. Whether you use a vernier caliper or a compass, you can locate that center pretty easily. Take your punch, punch a hole, punch an indentation, and we're going to drill a 3/8 inch hole there for our camera mount. That's what we have in this plate right here. Then we have to attach the handle. Now, I thought these were going to be super complicated. I was afraid taking these bolts out, we wouldn't be able to put it back together. But it's not. It's one piece of rubber, super simple. In this case, it has a 4mm head, and I'm going to just take these. So I'm going to take the bolts off. The handle lifts right off, and it has a little thing that goes into a piece that comes up here. And then it has these metal inserts cast into the rubber for bolting to. So the suction cup is literally just a piece of rubber. You see if you push on it, it's flexible. Push on it from the back side. It's just a piece of rubber with these sealing rings around it. And then this is a hole with a little filter that goes up to this tube that goes to the pump. So these little insets are here. They're kind of flexible. They're not super accurate. But that's all it is just a piece of rubber with a reinforcement over here and a hole that goes to a tube. So how do we match this up on the plate? How do we get a plate on top of this that's going to bolt to it? Just take your plate, put this on it, eye it up so it looks like it's in the middle. We get this lined up and we can mark the holes using a pencil, and you can see those holes. Or we can put this on here, clamp it on with some vice grips, and then just drill through using a drill right through those holes so that they're lined up completely. I'm going to go ahead and just use those marks, punch in the center of it. I want to drill a hole a little bit bigger than 6 millimeters, so I have some room to move around. So I'm going to drill a 1/4 inch hole. We're going to take this outside, drill a 3/8 inch hole and 4 1/4 inch holes. You can drill as many holes as you need. We want to have mounting straps here to strap it down, so I've drilled 2 extra holes. I'm not going to do it on this one. You can put straps on whatever part of the unit you want, or drill extra holes, or even drill into it like a cheese plate, like some of the other plates. But you really only need the 1 hole for mounting and the 4 holes to hold it to the suction cup. So let's go ahead and drill it. So we used a 1/4 inch drill bit instead of a 6 millimeter, which gives us a little extra space so we can fit these in. That gives us a little room for error. Again, our pieces are 3.5 inches. We need 1/4 inch. If you look at these bolts, we need that length at the end to fit into our piece. If we go too far, it'll go into the cup. This should be the same as this, which it isn't. So it's important that we have the same distance coming out of our long bolt as we had going in before. So we cut these down. We originally had them at 3.5 inches. We cut them down to 3.4 inches, just with a file grinder, cutting them down. So now you'll see that they're basically the same amount coming through as we had with the original screws. So let's go ahead and attach this. And we're just going to put that into the holes. And there we go, a $500 plate for around $50 or $60. Put it on. See, it's pumped up, and that has like a 275-pound hold strength, so that's pretty good. You probably drag this desk around even though it weighs 5,000 pounds, and then it has a release lever, and you take it off. So for camera mounting options, we could just attach the fluid head directly to the plate. For $25, a 20-pound ball head that could attach to the camera. A riser, again with a 3/8 inch bolt. Or here's a 65-pound mount that has a 3/8 inch bolt, again on the bottom, that you could attach a heavy-duty camera and still have the ability to level it. So there you have it. A $500 mount that we built for under $60, which leaves us $440 to buy beer. And it looks like we're going to need it because this one is empty. 4 bolts for $4, and a $20 plate that we got on Amazon. Oh, fucking eBay.